In our last video, we went over how income taxes work. And in that video, I walked through an example tax return for an individual who made $50,000 via W-2. Well, in this video, we're going to take that example and I'm going to show you what the actual tax return looks like. So if this is your first time filing taxes, this is the perfect video to watch to see how everything comes together. Let's go. Welcome to Tax Chit Chat, the place where we talk all things tax all the time. So in the scenario that we looked at in the last video, we had a recent college grad who earned $50,000 via W-2. They paid some student loan interest as well as all of their tuition. So let's head over to the computer and look at their tax return and see what income, adjustments, credits, and everything all show up. Okay, so what we have on the screen is a Form 2021-1040 for our good friend Napoleon Dynamite. Like, dude, seriously, like, more lame accounting jokes? We couldn't come up with somebody real to do a tax return on? So needless to say, we have our good friend Napoleon Dynamite, and at the beginning, he's gonna list his filing status. So he's single, he's gonna list his social security number, and he's gonna list the address at which he resides. There's one question that the IRS asks, which is, at any time during 2021, did you receive, sell, exchange, or otherwise dispose of any financial interest in any virtual currency? So the IRS is looking at cryptocurrency, and our friend Napoleon is going to check no. If somebody else claimed him as a dependent, that would be listed right here, and he has no dependents that he's claiming. So next we move on to line 1, and this is where he reports his $50,000 worth of wages. If he had other sources of income such as interest, which would have been reported on a 1099 INT, or dividends, which would have been reported on a 1099 DIV, or pension or social security income, they will be reported. However, he has none of those income sources, so we'll move on. The next thing that we can see is there's adjustment here on Schedule 1. So let's hop over there, and if we scroll down, we can see that this is his student loan interest deduction. So he paid $500 worth of student loan interest, and that's what's being deducted. Hopping back into the 1040, that $500 comes off, so it's a subtraction, and it takes us down to $49,500. That's his adjusted gross income. From here, he's either going to take the standard deduction or he's going to itemize. And as we indicated in the last video, he's just going to take the standard. So his standard deduction for his filing status is $12,550. That is a subtraction, which gets us down to $36,950. This is Napoleon's taxable income, and this is the number that his tax will be based upon. If we go to page 2 of the 1040, we can see that his tax is $4,238. And here is where we move into Schedule 3, credits. So let's go see what's there. So now on Schedule 3, which is additional credits and payments, we can see that he has an education credit coming from Form 8863, line 19. And if we pop into his 8863 and specifically look at page 2, we can see that Napoleon Dynamite went to the College of Idaho and he received a 1098T, and it looks like he had not claimed the American Opportunity Credit before. He was enrolled at least half-time, and all of these other things, but the big piece is right here. He's going to enter in the amount of tuition that he paid, and his qualified tuition for this particular credit is no more than $4,000. So we'll see that the total credit that Napoleon is going to get is going to be $2,500. So hopping back onto Schedule 3, we can see that $1,500 of it is reported here. And then moving back into page 2 of the Form 1040, we can see that that's listed here on line 20. Now, if you remember from the other video, a credit is a dollar for dollar reduction in tax. So that's going to take his tax down from $42.38 down to $27.38. And in the other video, I actually kind of mentioned this. Now, let's assume that you had a credit. So you recently graduated from college, you had to pay for all of your education on your own, so you're going to get an education credit. We're going to subtract that off. Your tax is now $1,735. And as we can see, only $1,500 of the credit is being reported. So where's the remaining $1,000? Well, there's a difference between a refundable and non-refundable credit. He does get the full $2,500. It's just reported on a line below. So once again, his tax is now $2,738. He paid $3,000 worth of income tax into the system through his withholding. So this is the amount that was taken out of his paycheck. And here, on line 29, we can see American Opportunity Credit from Form 8863. This is the remaining $1,000 of his $2,500 credit. So taking his $3,000 of withholding and his $1,000 of opportunity credit gets him to $4,000 worth of payments. $2,738 worth of tax and $4,000 worth of payments yields him a refund of $1,262. Here we can see his refund is just simply going to go via check. Had it been requested for direct deposit, then these X's would actually have his bank's routing number and account number. Since Napoleon used a paid preparer, such as myself, our information is listed here as a third-party designee, which means that we can talk about this tax return with the IRS if they have any questions. This return is going to be electronically filed, so Napoleon enters in a 5-digit PIN, dates the return, and he lists his occupation. Awkward. He'll also include his telephone number, and if he wants to, he'll include his email address. But just be advised, the IRS doesn't contact people via email nor via phone, so who knows why we gotta list this stuff, right? And once again, because he used a paid preparer, the preparer's information and their firm are gonna be listed down below. If you want to see the original video where we talk about how income taxes work, then make sure you check this out. Not only will it solidify what we went through, but it should answer any unanswered questions that you may still have. So friends, until we meet again, always remember to keep earning, keep learning, and just like that, this chat is adjourned.